like Plup has been going Fox in that matchup, so you don't get
Yeah,
to
true.
that
Yeah.
early. So yeah.
And he and Swedish both didn't like the chain grab in the Ditto, so even when they played it,
Mhm.
it looked weird.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Mewtwo King 2 didn't like the chain grab, so it was kind of funny.
All right, so we're in it. Do we know which Sheik is which?
I imagine Ben is blue. He tends to be blue, so
Yeah, that makes sense. All
that's
right,
my
so we
read.
are chain grabbing. It
Hell
looks like.
yeah, we're chain grabbing. 2020, baby.
Oh, he goes for the up tilt pretty early. That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I think that's the percent where like one more will put him on the side platform. So instead of going
Okay,
for the side platform tech chase right away, he just does the up tilt to go right into a combo finisher. So,
interesting. All right,
oh,
and
but here
Ben
he
doing
goes
it right
off
back through.
stage. Oh,
Wow, he reached so far to grab him.
yeah, he had one
Cross.
more in him there. I thought he had to go for the mix up there. Once you get to the edge, there's kind of a mix up between forward tilt and run off forward air to cover DI in or DI out. But he kind of mixed him up and said, I actually have one more grab in me. So, oh, and post 100% slow get up makes it kind of hard to close out that edge guard. Let's see if he can be the first one to take the stocks. They've both gotten each other to 100%, and Ben finds the clean there. His consecutive aerials are so fast, man.
Yeah, he just does that nair in place and catches Zane trying to move in.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zane lets go of ledge just a tiny bit
Oh,
early. Oh, and Ben gets the grab. One of the things that's like
oh,
one of the things that's brutal about this matchup is that you might be like very even on percents, and then they get
yep,
the kill, but then they get one grab, and all of a sudden you're
yep,
just like down a whole stock.
exactly, yeah. Luckily, being down a whole stock sometimes just means you find one grab and then you
Yeah,
get it up.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it kind of
exactly.
goes both ways to where it's like the punish game kind of like neutralized compared to most matchups. You still got to find the grabs, but it's kind of polarizing in the way of like how neutral ends up playing out. You have to heavily weigh the risk reward on getting grabs. So.
Ooh. And so Zane does find himself. Oh
Ah!
my God, spot dodge. Zane ends up getting the grab out of it. That's so rough.
Shoutouts
Oh, he
to
goes for the
Dreffen.
back air pretty early. Not able to find the back air. Ben gets the invincibility on the upbeat just in time.
Oh, really clean control there from Ben. He had center stage and he kind of throws out a barrage of aerials as Zane tries to get his way back to center, but he just eats 60% for his troubles. That's kind of what you get for trying to play around the grab. If you play around platforms too much, now suddenly you're dealing with Sheik's aerials from below the whole time. And Ben capitalizing really well on that.
He's able to just hold through and
Oh,
shield that wave dash forward F tilt. Really
yeah.
clean by Ben. And
Good
yeah,
obs,
Zane.
good obs attack to stay alive, but Zane wasn't super ready for it. I think that's something that, like, if he was a Sheik main, that would have been flow charted. He just short hop forward airs and he knows to move forward in case of the obs attack to short hop forward air again.
Mhm.
But you know, he adds that to his neural network. Like, oh, okay, gotta do the second forward air on the tech now. He'll never make that mistake again now. So.
Oh, when he's able to get there and get that back air really early, I think Zane thought he was pretty safe there, had time to just drift about before going for the up B. And Ben just hits him before he was ready for it. Ooh,
Oh,
that
gets the CC grab. That's key. See if he can get up to. Oh, he just goes for the tech chase. Not confident in his chain grabs. The other thing about going for the tech chase is like, there's no way your opponent's looking to tech. Like, of course
yeah,
they're gonna re-grab me, right? Like,
they actually trade needles there, and it works out
yeah,
very heavily in Zane's favor. He's able to Ledgehog to take the stock.
yeah.
And
So
yeah,
that,
we're at one stock apiece.
yeah, that's what we were talking about before, where sometimes you have a whole stock lead and then they get one grab. So it kind of did happen both ways, where one player got a big lead, one player tied it up just with one grab apiece. And here he's gonna find the grab. Oh, and he's
Ooh.
not quite ready for the turnarounds. UCF making it hard to not dash back. The
The
turnaround up
repeated
tilt.
dash, the repeated spot dodges making both players, paying off both players at different
Yeah.
points in this match. It's pretty funny.
Yep. Shoutouts to Dreffen. The true innovator.
Ooh, he gets a
Finds
dash attack.
back. Oh, and he does wait out the... It looks like he had the read on the forward air, but he just didn't have the confidence to like go for a punish on it, so he just spot dodge. And there we see Ben does have the flow chart to cover the obs attack. That's what being a Sheik main pays off,
Yeah.
as he's ready for it. Kills Zane for the very thing that allowed him to live the very last stock. So good stuff from Ben. Closes out game one.
Yeah, and so don't tilt me. He's in another tough match here. I mean,
Yep.
we definitely expected Lucky to give him that kind of challenge, but I was sort of curious coming into this if he was going to just be able to kind of outpace Ben, and it doesn't look
Yep.
like he will. He's going to have to play it all the way out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
good stuff
Wow.
to Ben to be ready for it and to be holding through. But you know, we did see a little bit of slot from Zane. That one
Hmm.
crucial missed chain grab. He had the one where he missed the OMS attack, or he didn't
Hmm.
punish the OMS attack. So
Yep.
If he can clean those up just a little bit, I think he probably has the edge here.
Yep.
Ooh, but then
And I will
wait,
say that Ben is just a little cleaner in just a few different things. Like that's to be expected, but like he really does just aerial faster. Like when they both do like 2 to 3 arrows in a row, Ben's like always getting the better of him. So it's like Zane kind of has to play around the fact that he has worse aerial versus aerial game against him. It's kind of like he is finding workarounds to it by having like, oh, I've got good ground game and I'm really good at finding grabs, you know. But it's like having to work around something in a Ditto is kind of hard because it's like, man, we're supposed to have the same tools, but Ben is just faster in some things. Like,
yeah, and one of the things that I find really impressive about Zane is the fact that he's able to do that, right?
yeah,
As someone who like grinds so hard and like is known for, you know, far and away better at tech skill than everyone else is playing. Like, it's a little surprising to me actually that Zane's able to like look for those workarounds rather than just be like, oh, I gotta be faster. Like he's not willing to just like be like, okay, well I lose this because I'm not fast enough. But he's actually looking for answers, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, we've talked about how Lucky and Bobby Big Balls are pretty stubborn as players. I feel like Zane is actually very not. He's like very down to look for like whatever solution he wants to find or something. And like I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Sheik again next week, he will be trying to be faster, right?
Oh yeah,
but
for sure. Right?
Day of, he's just like, I'll find whatever wins today, and I know that I need to get faster, and I'll practice that, you know. So
yeah, exactly. I think it's really cool to see that he has both of those in his repertoire, right? He's keeping track of what he needs to get better at long term, but also recognizing what he's not good enough right now at, and where he needs to adjust and move away from those options. He finds the grab here.
This is he doesn't buffer the down throws. Rare to see a mash out in the Sheik Ditto since down throw especially can be buffered with down on the C stick for those that don't know, which means that as long as you get the pummel, you're guaranteed to get the down throw. But sometimes you have a little lapse, and Ben taking a big lead here.
And yeah, this was Zane's counter pick, so to see him get kind of beat up pretty hard is
Yep.
I mean, it's the Ditto, so like no stage was going to matter that much, but
yeah, I almost think he should have gone FD, just minimize the like tech skill needed to play the game. Like just play the ground game, just find your grab, just kind of outsmart him a little bit, because this is a stage where Sheik can go faster and faster compared to other stages. So
yeah, and those low platforms, I mean, we have seen Zane be kind of willing to give up the chain grab a little earlier because the platforms are in play. There you saw it again. He goes for that up tilt instead of the re-grab.
Yeah.
So maybe getting rid of that might also be nice.
Ooh. And Ben in firm control here, found his own CC grab, got a ton of % off of it. Now he's just basically one hit away from closing it out, and he does with the strong back air. Ben up 2-0 pretty decisively in that game too also.
Yeah, that really didn't look very close. It just felt like Ben was eking out a lead in a couple different little places. You know, his chain grab's a little bit cleaner. He's finding a couple more hits here and there. And he's just finding the initial grab a little bit easier as well. So yeah, he looked really strong there, and Zane didn't really feel like he had an answer for what Ben's bringing right now.
Yep. So interested to see where he goes and how he plays it. Zane's made a lot of comebacks in his time on many characters, so he has it in him, but right now he's looking a little outclassed. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make the comeback this time. This one, he does the up tilt, but the tech in kind of avoids the up tilt, so yep, not quite getting the conversion here. Gotta love the multi-spot dodge. He crouches under a forward tilt, just dodges it completely. Another spot dodge, this time into a down smash. Some patented
and
Zane
he finds
dash
the random grab.
Yeah, wow. Randall helping out with that recovery. After that wall jump back air, you tend to have to up B, and then you're kind of screwed, but he just gets to land on Randall, so.
And this is the second time today that we've seen the get up attack a super high percentage crouch. That's like such an uncommon thing.
Oh no, he had the kill there, but he forward tilts him. Didn't quite realize how to get the kill on the DI behind him. So still a little bit of unfamiliarity with the character, especially in a matchup like this. It's just very punishing. Costing Zane a little bit. Doesn't quite get the nair out of shield there. Like little things, man. His Sheik's not like holistically, I feel like it's going for the right things. It's just losing out on like the little micro things. So.
And he finds the fair, so he's gonna bring it back to 3 stocks.
Yep.
A super even game right here.
needle wars back and forth here, some projectiles. Shy Guy's getting
Ooh.
involved, but he finds the CC grab here.
I feel
Then
like Zane wanted to go for CC on that tilt and would have been able to get a grab off instead, but at the last second he like gave up on it. And I think
right,
he got caught because of it.
yep. Oh, finds a cross up nair. That is the optimal punish there. Cross up
And he
nair
does it
once
again.
again.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's a clean rinse and repeat.
yep,
Oh, and he doesn't let him play the Randall mix up there. He just goes out and finds the back air early.
yep. This like edge guard flowchart is something that Mewtwo King was like the best in the world at, because he
Mhm.
played this matchup without chain grabs, and he was the only one that could zero to death off a grab. And everyone was always like, why do people agree to no chain grabs with Mewtwo King? He's the only one that can leave zero to death. So, and that was one of the ways he would do it, is he would just back throw you off stage and then flowchart edge guard you to death. So
Yeah, and once again, we're just seeing Ben have a couple little answers. I think he's recognized how going for the grabs, and you see
right,
it there again when they play that mix-up. Zane's finding grabs like,
yeah,
but in a lot of cases, Ben's just refusing to play that part of the game. He goes for
yeah,
these wall-out tactics. He goes for the air play.
yep.
He's
Oh,
making use of the platforms and just avoiding that like ground game grab versus grab.
yep. And I do think that's kind of how Ben plays in general. We mentioned it in the Fox matchup,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of how he plays every matchup. He's likes to stay mobile and do his drop aerials really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see how it works in a matchup like this, where it's like your opponent's just fishing for the grab, and then you can work around the grab while still sticking to your game plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that he's not looking for grabs, but he definitely likes his aerials.
Yeah, he's definitely using the more movement across the stage, right? Like
Yeah,
he's doing
yeah.
a lot of wave. Like,
Oh,
looking for
Zane
those
going
jump
way down there, knowing he has to do something, but doesn't quite get there, and he's getting punished. Reeves just spot dodge, waits for it,
Yeah.
grabs it.
I feel like Ben's read a bunch of spot dodges. This game.
Yeah, kind of found
Yeah.
he found Zane's fear, and he's capitalizing. And
Mhm,
Zane
mhm.
gonna have to go back to the drawing board, figure something else out for Don't Tilt Me. Kind of a fun little sidebar to see Zane's Sheik out of nowhere. I didn't know this was coming until like the tournament was starting, and then suddenly it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Zane's Sheik. I guess that's the thing today. Like,
Yeah. No, that was really impressive by Zane. Like we said, neither of us have really seen the Sheik be played all that much.
right.
So to see Zane come in and just be quite effective with it already was
Yep.
pretty impressive. Um, at the same time, for someone like Ben, who we've talked about how he's on the come up really great aggressively,
Yep.
but like kind of unknown, at least nationwide.
Yep.
And to already be in a position where he can just 3-0, number one player in the world secondary
Yep.
is really, really impressive. Really great stuff to Ben for
Yep.
that.
To do so much cleaner than Lucky did too, right? So
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
different matchup for sure. And I do think that like in general, people know